Hi everyone, here's 10 tips and ideas for running a Google Classroom that has some variety and helps to engage a few different learning styles with kids who are at home learning from home. First thing is to use the Classwork tab to organise tasks rather than using your stream. If you use topics to group tasks together and if you number them, it will help kids keep in order of the sequence of things that you want them to do. Second idea is to make sure that when you post an activity or task and you have a meet, make sure that your information is in kid-friendly language and parent-friendly language. When you have a meet, you can explain the instructions verbally. You can read through the instructions, make sure you've written something down, so for the kids who didn't listen, they've got something to go back to, and you might even think about pre-recording those instructions and posting it as a YouTube link. You can also set level tasks, and you might have a variety of differentiated questions, or you might have a variety of different worksheets, and you could send those to different groups in your class. You will see all of them in your own post here, but they will only see the one that you send them. So you could have things leveled at different levels. You could have a what a good one looks like, a waggle. Before a lesson, screencast yourself doing the task that you have set. Show the kids what a good one looks like. You could actually video that and post it onto YouTube, or you can co-construct the task live with the kids. Pair the kids up to do that together with someone else, and get kids to do one on their own. You could try a group work activity. One of the ways to do that is to create an activity, a one-size-fits-all activity, and you just post it once just to a few of the kids, and then you copy and reuse that post to various other students in the class. Students work on that task in small groups over their Google Doc. You could do a group doc where you get all students in the class to work on the task. This one, for example, I've set the whole Year 11 class to pull apart a poem line by line, and each of them then developed their information for each section. And at the end of the lesson, we had a fantastic resource where the whole class had co-constructed their knowledge. You could flip the lesson, post a reading or viewing task a day early or 2 days early. Students do a really tiny task like write down 5 ideas from the video or write down 2 questions to ask the teacher. They might do a KWL chart. Then when you meet with the students in your lesson time, you could actually check for their understanding, then set a longer task, for example, using a Write That Essay online toolbox to write a paragraph. Set a deadline for that activity. It might be the next day or it might be at the end of the period. You could do a written discussion. Sometimes what I do is set a Google Doc where I get the kids to ask each other a question, and then they have a written discussion where they actually work and record their thinking as they process through the knowledge that they've learned that lesson. You could also do a collection question and doc, set a reading task or a video or a stimulus task, and get the students to write down 5 ideas or quotes or phrases from that video or stimulus. And then what you do is you set a question activity, and each kid posts something that they have found, and then students in the class take those posts from other students and they build themselves a document full of the unique ideas from other people's posts. Lecture lesson bingo. Sometimes you've just got to get through some content. And so what you might do is create a document full of ideas and quotes and dates and details from what you're teaching. You then post that onto the Google Classroom. You do your lesson, which might be audio, it might be a meet, and then as the kids are listening, they tick off and circle and highlight the things as you say them. Hopefully there's a couple of top tips to help you get some variety into your Google Classroom activities.